Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly request you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything.
Steph Curry drops 52, outshines Ja Morant, leads Warriors to crucial win over Grizzlies. It was the biggest win of the year. The Golden State Warriors find themselves in a pivotal stretch of the NBA season, one where every game can shift playoff standings dramatically. This was especially true on Tuesday night as they faced off against their familiar rivals, the Memphis Grizzlies. As the game kicked off, the Warriors were sitting in 6th place, just half a game behind 5th and half a game ahead of 7th and 8th. The 5th-place team? The Grizzlies. A win would propel the Warriors to 5th, while a loss could drop them to 7th or, depending on the Minnesota Timberwolves game, even 8th. There were 3 possible outcomes for the night, none of which involved starting in the position they began. With so much on the line, Tuesday's showdown was not just another game, it was a defining moment in the season. And the Warriors delivered, securing a thrilling 134-125 victory in one of the most exciting matchups of the year. A tale of two teams. There were reasons for both optimism and concern as the game began. On one hand, Golden State faced a Memphis team struggling with momentum. They had lost 6 of their last 7 games and had surprisingly fired their head coach. On the other hand, the Grizzlies always seemed to rise to the occasion against the Warriors, having humiliated them with a 51-point victory in their last encounter at the FedEx Forum. From the tip-off, it was clear both teams were ready to compete. They understood the stakes and brought their best energy. For the Warriors, that energy translated into success. Their relentless ball movement contrasted sharply with the Grizzlies' heavy reliance on isolation plays. Draymond Green ignited the offense early on, but it was Steph Curry who took control. He drained 3 consecutive threes, quickly giving the Warriors a 22-14 lead and forcing a Grizzlies timeout. As the lead grew to 17 points, it was clear the Warriors were hitting their stride, with Curry leading the charge. Despite a brief lull when Curry took a breather, he returned to hit a three-pointer just before the end of the first quarter, capping it off with a remarkable 19 points. The Warriors finished the quarter leading 45-32, marking their highest-scoring quarter of the season. A battle for control. But Memphis wasn't about to back down. With a raucous home crowd behind them, the Grizzlies clawed their way back into the game, fueled by Ja Morant's tenacity. Even as the Warriors maintained their lead through solid play from Jimmy Butler 3, Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. kept the Grizzlies in striking distance. Things got tense as Memphis cut the lead to just 2 points midway through the second quarter. This surge seemed to wake the Warriors up, and Curry returned to dominate again, leading the team to a 74-66 halftime advantage. He finished the first half with an astonishing 32 points on 11 of 16 shooting, including 8 of 10 from deep. A game of runs. The second half saw both teams exchanging blows like 2 boxers in a championship fight. Curry and Morant went back and forth, each making stunning plays. But the Grizzlies took their first lead since the early minutes after a floater from Jackson. Yet this only ignited the Warriors further. With Curry heating up and the team fighting for every loose ball, the Warriors regained the lead. As the third quarter closed, they found themselves tied 103-103, setting the stage for a dramatic final quarter. The final countdown. In the fourth, both teams struggled to find their rhythm, trading baskets in a tense atmosphere. But the Warriors, drawing on their veteran experience, began to pull ahead again. A deep 3 from Curry, his 12th of the night, pushed him to 50 points and gave Golden State a narrow lead with under 3 minutes left. In the game's defining moments, Curry's brilliance shined through. After a missed 3 from Memphis, Brandon Podziemski tipped in a crucial basket to extend the Warriors' lead. They quickly forced a turnover, leading to a 3 from Moses Moody, pushing the advantage to 8 with just 40 seconds remaining. With the game firmly in their grasp, the Warriors sealed the victory with solid free throw shooting, wrapping up the night with a monumental 134-125 win that elevated them to 5th place and set the stage for a showdown with the Los Angeles Lakers. A night for the ages. Curry's performance was nothing short of spectacular. He finished with 52 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 1 block, shooting 16 of 31 from the field and 12 of 20 from 3. Butler also shone with 27 points on 7 of 11 shooting, while Green notched a triple-double with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. Morant led the Grizzlies with 36 points, and Jackson added 22. It was a night filled with standout performances, but ultimately, the Warriors outshone their opponents. What a night it was. NBA last 2-minute report finds no controversy in Warriors vs Grizzlies finish. The game film has been reviewed, and it's official. The Golden State Warriors celebrated their biggest win of the year on Tuesday night, defeating the Memphis Grizzlies 134-125 on the road. This victory not only propelled them past Memphis, but also secured 5th place in the Western Conference standings. The game was a showcase of star power, with Steph Curry lighting it up for 52 points, Jimmy Butler III delivering his best performance as a Warrior, and Draymond Green achieving a triple-double. On the Grizzlies' side, Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane proved why they are among the league's elite. After every close NBA game, the film gets a thorough breakdown, not just by our own Joe Viray, whose analysis of Tuesday's action is a must-read, but also by the league through its daily last 2-minute report. This report scrutinizes every play in the final 2 minutes to ensure accuracy in officiating and to confirm that no critical calls were missed. For the Warriors' significant win, the league found no controversy. In the last 2 minutes, there were 6 whistles blown, and the report concluded that all calls were correct. The officials identified 12 instances where no call was made, and they affirmed that those non-calls were also appropriate. It's refreshing to see a game with no disputed decisions. One key moment occurred just after the 2-minute mark. With 1:55 left in the game, Butler baited Jackson, who had 5 fouls, into a pump fake. Butler then rose for a shot, drawing contact and earning a trip to the free throw line, which also fouled Jackson out of the game. While Butler clearly aimed to force Jackson into his 6th foul, the league confirmed that he executed this play cleanly. Here's how they described it. Jackson Jr. jumps from point A to point B toward Butler III, GSW, affecting his shooting attempt near the rim. In the end, a win is just a win, but it's even better when it comes without controversy. NBA last 2-minute report finds no controversy in Warriors vs Grizzlies finish. The game film has been reviewed, and it's official. The Golden State Warriors celebrated their biggest win of the year on Tuesday night, defeating the Memphis Grizzlies 134-125 on the road. This victory not only propelled them past Memphis, but also secured 5th place in the Western Conference standings. The game was a showcase of star power, with Steph Curry lighting it up for 52 points, Jimmy Butler III delivering his best performance as a Warrior, and Draymond Green achieving a triple-double. On the Grizzlies' side, Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane proved why they are among the league's elite. After every close NBA game, the film gets a thorough breakdown, not just by our own Joe Viray, whose analysis of Tuesday's action is a must-read, but also by the league through its daily last 2-minute report. This report scrutinizes every play in the final 2 minutes to ensure accuracy in officiating and to confirm that no critical calls were missed. For the Warriors' significant win, the league found no controversy. In the last 2 minutes, there were 6 whistles blown, and the report concluded that all calls were correct. The officials identified 12 instances where no call was made, and they affirmed that those non-calls were also appropriate. It's refreshing to see a game with no disputed decisions. One key moment occurred just after the 2-minute mark. With 1:55 left in the game, Butler baited Jackson, who had 5 fouls, into a pump fake. Butler then rose for a shot, drawing contact and earning a trip to the free throw line, which also fouled Jackson out of the game. While Butler clearly aimed to force Jackson into his 6th foul, the league confirmed that he executed this play cleanly. Here's how they described it. Jackson Jr. jumps from point A to point B toward Butler III, GSW, affecting his shooting attempt near the rim. Implications for the Warriors and Grizzlies. This win not only boosts the Warriors' morale, but also serves as a crucial stepping stone as they head into the final stretch of the regular season. With Curry in top form and the team rallying around his leadership, the Warriors are poised to make a deep playoff run. Coach Steve Kerr praised his team's resilience, emphasizing how crucial this victory was for their confidence and standings. On the flip side, the Grizzlies will need to regroup. Despite showing flashes of brilliance with Morant's explosive scoring and Jackson's defensive presence, this loss highlights their struggles in crunch-time situations. Coach Taylor Jenkins expressed disappointment but also optimism, noting that the team must learn from these close games as they prepare for the playoffs. A rivalry renewed. The matchup also reignited the competitive fire between these two franchises. With the stakes so high, it's clear that both teams are hungry for a deep playoff push, and this game could be a precursor to potential postseason battles. Fans on both sides are already buzzing about future encounters, eager to see how these teams adapt and evolve as they jockey for position in the Western Conference. As the Warriors celebrate their victory, they'll look ahead to upcoming challenges, including a highly anticipated clash with the Los Angeles Lakers. With the playoff picture tightening, every game counts, and both teams will be looking to assert their dominance in the league. In the end, while the Warriors savor this moment, the Grizzlies are left to reflect on missed opportunities, setting the stage for a dramatic finish to the season. For fans, players, and coaches alike, the journey is far from over, and the excitement of the NBA playoffs looms large on the horizon. Appreciating Steph Curry's off-ball shot creation, compensating for a notable decline in on-ball shot creation. Curry scored 52 points and helped the Warriors climb to fifth place in the Western Conference. Few players instill fear and confusion with minimal time on the ball like Steph Curry does, a statement that has been true for a decade. Curry utilizes the court like no other star before him, and it's safe to say, like no star that will come after him, at least in the foreseeable future. Focus on Curry in the midst of his shooting form, and he exudes calm and balance, despite a swarm of defenders frantically closing in with all kinds of bizarre methods to throw him off balance, with push here being used both figuratively and literally. If it weren't for Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, more on them later, it wouldn't be absurd to say that Curry did nearly everything for the Golden State Warriors tonight. Whether flying for a defensive rebound after trapping Jalen Wells, maintaining his dribble, and using Green's drag screen to shake Wells and attack Zach Edey's drop coverage, or scoring, assisting, and stealing passes, Curry delivered a massive stat line in the Warriors' crucial 134-125 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies: 52 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists on 16 of 31 shooting, 12 of 20 from 3, and a stunning 75.3% effective shooting, along with 6 stocks, steals plus blocks. Curry is a transition weapon because of the threat of his unlimited range pull-up threes. Defenses throw all kinds of coverages in desperation to get the ball out of his hands. In other words, no matter who Curry is surrounded by, whether it's Kevin Durant or Jacob Evans III, the name of the game is quite simple: anyone but Steph Curry. That's why Curry with the ball, while valuable and potent, often takes a back seat to Curry without the ball. He initiates many possessions without the rock in hand but also blends into possessions where he touches the ball to initiate, sees defenses sell out to him, and passes out of potentially complicated situations. Just for him to start his movement after making a pass, during which, as the great Doris Burke often says, the real game begins. Perhaps the most surprising thing about Curry as he continues his career at 37 is how he maintains his off-ball lethality. Undoubtedly even more deadly now than he was years ago when there was an abundance of agility and youth in his legs that helped him become a similarly lethal ball handler, whether as a pick-and-roll operator or in isolation. About 17.5% of the Warriors' offensive possessions ended with a shot from Curry as he ran around a screen away from the ball, during which they scored 1.202 points per possession, an excellent mark according to synergy tracking. This has been a more efficient type of game for Curry compared to him as a ball handler in pick-and-roll situations, during which the Warriors scored 1.060 points per possession, including possessions where Curry passes to the roll man or a third teammate, still an excellent mark relative to the rest of the league. Isolations, on the other hand, have been low in volume, 154 possessions, and less efficient compared to the types of plays mentioned above, 0.902 PPP, though not inefficient by any means. When comparing Curry's combined isolation/pick-and-roll volume with his efficiency as a shot creator, it's hard to highlight Curry on the list, if he's even on the list to begin with, given that his ball creation volume has seemingly dropped compared to other major creators in the league. In Curry's limited repetitions as a creator with the ball this season, his efficiency, measured by true shooting percentage, or TS%, has seen a significant drop, while he has maintained his astronomical efficiency in off-ball play types, i.e. spot-ups, handoffs, off-screens, cuts, transition, etc. As the informative Twitter account pointed out, a follow-worthy account, it might just be a year of bad luck for Curry. But we must also consider his age, the increase in frequency of illnesses and injuries, and the undeniable but gloomy fact that he might be entering the twilight of his career. To compound these realities, Curry is still being guarded with the same kind of force, urgency, and aggression, by defenders who are becoming much younger than him, much longer, and increasing in athleticism and audacity. As such, having people like Butler and Green by his side to alleviate the burden placed on his shoulders every night is becoming a luxury, while also being a paramount necessity. Butler, who finished the game with 27 points on a perfect clip of 12 of 12 from the free throw line and 82.9% TS, has been especially valuable as a ball screen setter for Curry. Meanwhile, Green's decade-long chemistry with Curry has created a mental fusion of all-time offensive threat and a player with the passing skills to fuel it. As always, Green is half the recipe for countering the countless top-blocking defenses that Curry faces almost every night, especially against the Grizzlies, who employed Wells and Scottie Pippen Jr. as Curry's designated huggers. Curry's performance not only solidified his status as one of the league's all-time greats, but also underscored the evolving dynamics of the Warriors' offense. With the playoffs approaching, the implications of his incredible game resonate beyond just a single victory. As teams gear up for the postseason, Curry's ability to create shots off the ball becomes even more crucial. His lethal presence forces defenses to overcommit, opening up opportunities for his teammates, which is vital in high-stakes games. The significance of this game extends to the broader narrative of the Warriors' season. After a rocky start plagued by injuries and inconsistent play, Curry's resurgence is a beacon of hope for a franchise eager to reclaim its championship status. The Warriors, now sitting firmly in playoff contention, rely heavily on Curry's leadership and scoring prowess. His performance against the Grizzlies serves as a reminder of his impact not just on the scoreboard, but in uniting the team and bolstering their confidence. Moreover, Curry's individual success is intertwined with the evolving roles of players like Butler and Green. Butler's strategic positioning as a screen setter and Green's defensive versatility create a symbiotic relationship that allows Curry to exploit mismatches effectively. The trio's chemistry could prove pivotal as the playoffs approach, especially against teams that emphasize physical defense. Reactions from fans and analysts have been overwhelmingly positive, praising Curry's relentless work ethic and ability to adapt his game. Many are starting to discuss his place in the MVP conversation, recognizing that, even in his 37th year, he remains a transformative player. Social media platforms are buzzing with highlights from the game, and commentators are lauding his ability to maintain such high levels of performance amidst the wear and tear of a long NBA career. As the Warriors prepare for their upcoming games, the focus will undoubtedly be on how they can leverage Curry's off-ball movement and shot creation to optimize their offensive strategy. Teams will have to devise intricate game plans to contain him, which could create advantageous matchups for other players on the roster. This upcoming playoff run could not only determine the Warriors' immediate future, but also shape the legacy of Curry as he potentially leads the team into another championship chase. In the broader context of the NBA, Curry's unique style of play continues to influence a new generation of players who are learning to prioritize off-ball movement and shooting skills. Coaches across the league are adopting strategies that mirror Curry's game, emphasizing spacing, pace, and the ability to score from anywhere on the court. This evolution in playing style is reshaping how teams approach both offense and defense, making Curry a pivotal figure in the ongoing development of basketball. As the Warriors look ahead, the question remains: can Curry maintain this level of performance through the rigors of the playoffs? His recent displays suggest that, as long as he is on the floor, the Warriors will always have a fighting chance. The upcoming weeks promise to be exhilarating, as fans and players alike anticipate what Curry will do next in his storied career.